I don't get it. We get it to work, and he walks out. Today, Declan's the big loser, and he'll be facing his punishment. Today, we got Declan out here, and we're going to tie him up to a couple of ropes, and we're going to hang him upside down. We're going to be shocking him with a prod in his balls. Yes. Oh, spread open the sack of his balls and just put it in there.
What?
That's certain practical jokers. What we're going to do to Declan when he loses. Welcome to Best of This Podcast. We finally set everything up. It took us forever, probably about an hour.
They didn't have to know that.
I don't care because that's why I
It took us to set up everything?
I mean, you set up stuff, but we were having trouble with the audio.
Yeah.
So my laptop's not here, and you're complaining about that, and Ryan's just been watching on his mini iPad, everything. So yeah, I already announced Ryan and Declan are here, and we were supposed to finish up Doctor Strange, and I don't think we need to recap the ending.
I see it every day. I drive from on the highway because they're up on the. This might give away our location because it's like the only theaters we have. Drive-in theaters near where we live. Still,
do we? I thought that one. I thought that
no,
closed down.
We have. It has like 2 screens.
It didn't close down. There was a fire a few months ago.
And when I drive, sometimes I have, since my car's old, I have to have one of those radio things that connects to the radio. So sometimes I'm accidentally on the same channel that the movie's playing on. So as I'm driving by, I'll just hear the movie.
How?
And I'll be like, because it's right next to the highway.
I know, but their radio station is like super specific.
I know. I don't know why. I just come on multiple times out of nowhere. It's like, here, next time you're driving by it, be on channel 88.7.
What the fuck is that? An AM?
No, it's.
I thought theirs is normally on.
Okay, so to make the fucking thing in your car work, you have to pick an unused channel.
Yeah,
usually.
But why is it going on the channel that you have?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
I'm hearing government signals through the fillings of my teeth too.
We got to the point where they were gonna go get the Book of Ashanti disappears.
Oh baby,
Ashanti, and then she switches back to the evil body, and then Doctor Strange and them have to go there and fight, and then America Chavez gets the pep talk that you've had.
You missed like.
Oh yeah, the cool zombie part. He takes his zombie body,
and he gets his
and
cloak,
he's like,
and then
he
gets his Thor moment.
He gets the "What are you?" and Christine's like, "Come on, what are you?" You're. I don't know what I'm doing to this. You're
like, what hand motion are you doing right now?
Well, she's like
grabbing him by the neck.
She's like, "You're a god.
Like,
what are
Homer
you?
Simpson.
What are you, a sorcerer?
Why are you
mystical?" She says some shit like that. And he's like, "You're right." And then all the that's the souls look like bats to me. He flies up there, and then he tells America Chavez with half his face. He's like, "You're still good." I don't know why he talks like that.
Dream walking, you hypocrite. And then
when you told, what did she say? When I use it, I'm a villain, or the fuck. When you use it, you're a hero.
Well, at least
bitter ass bitch.
At least he just possessed. It seems more ethical to possess a dead body. I don't know, in my mind, right?
Yeah,
because you're not stealing the life of somebody else.
And it's one of your former dead bodies.
Other Wanda's like,
well, I guess because she
my
did
kids.
Take the,
yeah, right. Like Steven did the more ethical thing because he's like, well, this guy's got no life any longer. I didn't kill him. You know, it's not like Steven killed him and then took his body, right?
And I'm
just saying, I don't know if these souls of the damned should be really mad at Steven here.
People were mad that she punched and like stars kept coming up. I'm like, she's a kid.
That's what
stars kept coming up.
Well, you know, like the stars pop up.
That's her literal
power, right?
But I know, but they have to be shaped as stars. Is people that aren't familiar with the comic.
I think that kind of ties it to like magic.
I just think it makes it like she's a young girl.
Pentagrams,
stars, and
well,
rainbows.
That's a star. If you flipped it upside down, it's a pentagram.
But anyways, like
I'm surprised they have never done that.
She's like, "Oh, I want to know what it's like to go to hell," and she punches her or whatever, and I don't know what she says to her at that point.
There's that part where she realizes that she has the power to punch.
I have the power.
It zooms in on America's face, and she goes, "Mm-mm," and then it zooms in at Wanda, and she goes, "Mm-hmm," and then she punches her. Exactly.
Is that you got a Scott Pilgrim reference?
That's what Wanda goes.
Yeah.
Stop it!
Hello, again. And then she's like,
after the kids were throwing toys at her.
And she's like, do you want to know what it's like, Genie? And she's like, here's what it's like to get the power that you wanted. And then she's like, oh my God, myself is happy with my kids. How dare I? And then I'm a monster. The kids are like...
I'm glad they didn't end it with like an overload thing. I hate when movies or shows or anything when you're like, oh, you want my power? You can have, and they're just like, oh no, and they overload them with their power, and it's just
she kind of did that to Mount Wundagore.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Yeah. She said, what did she say? I don't remember.
Genie?
No one can have the power of the Darkhold. I'll destroy them all, or something like that. And she
you can try.
So does she destroy every mount?
What is she? Doesn't she say something like that in Age of Ultron? Mm-hmm. You can try.
That's when she has her accent.
I know. Like where the fuck your accent goes? Like the Kofi Kingston moment in wrestling.
She's been in America for a while.
I've been in America.
It came out a little bit in WandaVision when she walked out the portal.
Yeah, I thought that made more sense. That in Wanda, and
she like got so mad that she couldn't. Like,
it came out of her.
Mm-hmm.
You brought the Middle East, the Eastern European out of me,
and then it just the ending didn't do it for me as much as I guess it did it for you guys.
I thought the zombie Doctor Strange.
We were talking about the fighting or the evil Doctor Strange. That's when he's using purple. Purple's evil, like Agatha's. So when the notes are coming, he's sending purple evil shit and evil purple
and
ultimate power, and then he's sending the
unlimited power.
He's sending the orange reddish one. So that's where I said I knew somewhere was purple. It was purple with that. I didn't get the notes. I didn't understand it. It looked cool.
It was
just supposed to be fun.
An interesting scene.
You think when they wrote it, like, this is fun?
It's actual magic, right? It's no longer just like throwing kamehamehas at each other, right? That's like most of magic in Marvel's history. It was just like pew, shooting like an energy blast of a certain color at somebody, right? Now it's
I think that's why I liked Wanda this movie. Like, she was using like Wicca magic and like
she's doing her thing,
candles and like
her brain manipulation, stuff like that, right? When she pops behind that guy,
right? Yu-Gi boy.
Do you know she actually had like a coach?
Speaking of,
I was just reading that the other day.
It's actually kind of interesting.
That was for Age of Ultron.
I don't know why, but the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh has a Marvel graphic novel coming out.
That's odd.
Of what?
The creator or the writer of Yu-Gi-Oh? Because Yu-Gi-Oh is like
Yu-Gi-Oh was written and drawn by the same person.
Yeah,
that's
but there's
mangas are.
I know, but I think there's an idea that the game came before the manga. That there's like, okay, we're gonna produce this game alongside this manga,
possibly.
Right? So it's like Transformers, right? They're like, we're gonna make these toys alongside the TV show. So I think they're like go hand in hand. I don't think
it's the writer.
Yeah.
What is he writing though?
It's a Spider-Man, Iron Man story.
And they're not nowadays
straight graphic though.
I don't know if it's colored. It might be black and white.
Long hair, don't care.
I might check it out.
I might check it out, but overall,
there's a Deadpool manga. There's a Transformers manga. There's a Star Wars manga.
I have to hang myself upside down just to read it. It's a shame.
That's not how it works.
Nope.
You just go backwards.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of it works.
You literally just read it backwards. Instead of being this way, it's this way.
Can't you just use the Force? Obi-Wan's coming out Friday. I can't believe it.
Oh my god.
Stranger Things. I don't know which one I'm going to watch.
Stranger Things starts.
Did you watch the Umbrella Academy trailer?
I did.
What do you think? I like how each season
don't care
feel, you know. And this one.
What'd you guys rate Doctor Strange? It was 8. I think I said 7.
Yeah, something like that.
Did I say 8.5?
Yeah, you did 8.5.
I probably said 8 or 8.
Pushing it.
I disagree. I think he's justified.
I think
especially because he's a Doctor Strange fan.
Well, that's the thing. It's hard because when they're a fan, that's why I give the whole disclaimer in the last video.
I'm a Wanda fan too.
Oh my god! Today he showed me the hot toys. He's like,
I'm a Baron Mordo.
He's like, yo, dog, I'm broke as fuck, but I want this Scarlet Witch fucking hot toy. How much is it?
She's probably like $300.
They're close to 4. Like Mando,
it's like $25 a month or something.
For how? Yeah, for a while.
I mean, you can start it off and then you get paid during your taxes and it's paid off.
Yeah, bada bing, bada boom. Fuck your house, right?
I don't have a house. I'll never have a house, most likely.
Yeah, welcome to the real world. Welcome to the new age.
But I could have a cool bookshelf with comics and.
He wants to put Scarlet in the post because she gets.
Yeah, she comes with the candles that you can set her up in the dream walking and a little.
I got the Mandalorian. Okay, I don't know if there's any others I'll buy. But anyways,
when they
I don't want to. I don't like to do movie stuff. They do. There is the Venom Deadpool one that I have the statue of.
No. Oh, not yeah.
No, would be cool. Nah, I don't know. Anyways,
Gore.
I had to bug everybody to watch Chip and Dale, but you watched it way before I watched it.
Yeah, I watched them. On the
everybody? So you just bugged me?
No, I asked Donnie because Donnie grew up when I did with that.
Chip and Dale.
I got goosebumps when Chip and Dale song first played, and I got goosebumps when the Disney Afternoon song came on. It just brought me back to such a simpler time.
God,
I got like the reason why I wanted to watch it was I watched the trailer quite a few times because Doja Cat song is attached to the trailer.
What song?
Best Friend.
I don't know it.
It's good.
Okay, so you're like trailer instead of listening to the video. You're just like trailer.
Yeah.
But overall, at first glance, what did you feel like? I expected it to be bad. I was like, this is going to be a horrible movie.
I was kind of expecting Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Oh, yeah, I was like, it's going to be bad. But I loved them, and I hated their voices. I still don't like Jonathan Mulaney's voice.
Jonathan Mulaney.
Is that his name?
He's in some type of
Just John
controversy
Mulaney.
right now.
Yeah, because Dave Chappelle, on an unrecorded show, Dave Chappelle came on stage, and then a bunch of people were... And this is the worst part. A bunch of people were like... Went on the internet and was like, he said transphobic stuff, and it's like... nobody even knows what he really said. It's unrecorded, right? You know, so like, I don't know, like... And then I feel a bad person for just not believing people. You know?
What does that have to do with John Mulaney here? Where the fuck his name is?
He just came on stage during John Mulaney's set and did a little set of his own.
Well, I mean, he did his whole last stand-up dealt a lot with transgender.
Yeah, but a lot of people still find that very transphobic.
And in the whole story of all of it, like, I don't know if people didn't pay attention. He talked about the whole time his trans friend that...
Yes.
You know, I mean, you watched it probably. And it was like, there's a whole story to it. And then at the end of it...
Not everybody sees things the same way.
Oh, they don't watch it where it talks about, like, this only person that really stood up for him when he killed herself after they hassled her, you know. Or him or herself. I don't know what she was identifying as. Her. So, yeah, it was stupid. But anyways,
her name is Daphne.
Not crazy about his voice. I don't like it. It's Spider-Ham. I don't like it. I don't like Spider-Ham's voice. I'm used to Andy Samberg, but it still does annoy me a little bit. I'm okay with him in Hotel Transylvania, but I feel like they could have done better actors. Eric Bana, our first Hulk they tried in Marvel Studios, is Monterey Jack, though, which was really dope.
Honestly, I didn't attach faces to any of the characters, so
That's good, though. That's how it should be.
I feel like John Mulaney was very un-John Mulaney-esque.
Except Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen was...
oh, my God. So the idea behind this, like, I had explained, Logan's like, can I watch it and not know? I'm like, yeah, you could totally watch it and not know. And everyone else I know that watched it, they're like, it was actually really fucking good. I expected it to be really cheesy and dumb and stuff, and it was actually pretty smart. And me and Crystal watched it by ourselves the first night, and we actually, like, laughed out loud. I just had nostalgia moments a lot because growing up, like, I was trying to explain to Logan, like, the first Disney Afternoon, I don't know if you remember, was Gummy Bears, DuckTales, Tailspin, and then Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. That was the first lineup. We didn't get out early enough for Gummy Bears. By the time we came to home from school, Gummy Bears was over. So we always watched DuckTales, Tailspin, and, you know, Rescue Rangers. Then it went to the all kinds of stuff, and I stopped, of course, around Darkwing Duck. But you guys probably watched it with Bonkers and Goof Troop. And
how old do you think I am?
People watch it still. I mean, I don't know.
I grew up on Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon animated shows, not Disney animated shows. When it was Disney animated shows, it was like Jake the American Dragon and Kim Possible, and
that was a moment. I think though they went really smart.
Yeah, but no, all I remember is like
it's like on the cusp. I know of all those cartoons, but I don't remember.
Well, because I was like in second grade when I was watching it and stuff. So.
See, I was watching.
And I had all those toys,
Eureka's Castle, or
all the super preschool kid shows. But it was smart for them to do it where it was like they did this all behind the scenes, and then they worked together because they were friends from school. Then they won talent shows. Then it made sense that the old shows, like the old cartoons that Logan watched of them, where they're like fighting with each other. That was all part of their
disappointed. Shit. I thought they were brothers.
I thought they were too. Me and Crystal both were like, weren't they brothers? But yeah, so it was kind of cool that this was all like behind the scenes, and then they hit it big with Rescue Rangers, which I fucking love. Rescue Rangers. I used to love the shit out of it.
See, I still think DuckTales is the best out of all of them.
Darkwing Duck #1 for me, but Tailspin's actually really good too. It's weird though because they put all the Jungle Book characters in it, like King Louie's like the dude that runs and he's a fucking asshole in Jungle Book, but there he's like the cocktail dude making the drinks, and Shere Khan is the business bad guy.
Shere Khan, Shaka Khan.
It's weird, but they had the
snake.
No, he's the
tiger in the business suit. Remember in Tailspin, if you remember at all. Spin it if you win it. If you really want to spin it, spin it when you win it. If you really want to spin it, ha ha ha. Tailspin. But anyways, yeah. I mean, Chip and Dale was really cool because the influences they had. There were gumshoes. I was trying to explain to Logan.
God.
What?
Giving me Kingdom Hearts flashbacks.
What's gumshoes in that? I don't play.
Between each world, you have to build your gummy ship with Chip and Dale, and you have to fly your gummy ship. It's like,
which game is that? It's the
Kingdom Hearts.
One? Which
all of them?
All of them you have to do that?
Yeah.
Damn, they're in all of them. What the fuck?
But
dude, that universe is a shitstorm.
but yeah, so I like that they did that, and it was kind of dope because what this did was pay a big homage to Roger Rabbit. And I think that's what really got me and Crystal, because one of the things me and Crystal at least got into when we first dated
Rabbit with Roger Rabbit.
It was cool. Like, it was cool to see that they just have a world that they live in. What really grossed me out was Zipper and Gadget fucked. It had
dude, he's got
that was a little weird.
He's got that deep voice.
Oh, it's the Allstate guy.
I figured it was the Allstate.
Gadget was weird too.
And she's like, it's kind of weird that I'm the same character in the show.
Okay, since a lot of this nostalgia stuff doesn't hit me, I give this movie, it's okay, you know, but it's not made for me, right? But the jokes I enjoyed in the movie were the meta jokes. There
was a lot of good, like, for people that
were in the uncanny valley. Like, that was funny to me because I was like, oh yeah,
you remember
that they would have like segregated all those people.
Do you remember
I'm staring at you, man.
Yeah, it's like, do you remember the time where in 2000s where they made video games and shows that weren't having good CGI?
Also, video game characters also exist in this universe because Chun-Li has her own star on the Walk of Fame.
Yeah, that was cool. There's
Mr. Doubtfire.
That's
Meryl Streep.
There's so many cameos. I couldn't keep up with it. But yeah, so being at the con was great. I love that.
It was cool. It was a little like there's definitely some moments of sensory overload in this movie, but not as bad as like the end of Space Jam when it's just like
that was
everything.
The ones they focused on were weird though.
Baloo was weird to focus on, and it's not Bill Murray. You could tell. I think they're trying to do the original Tailspin voice, Baloo.
I thought the blue they were using the one from the live action Disney movie.
That's Bill Murray though.
Well, I don't understand how they also get this many like. I want to talk about the big one later, but how they get that many crossovers, like, because when Seth Rogen
owns everything, it's
when Seth Rogen falls,
and it's
the boar. You spoiled the. I wanted to talk about Sonic later, but with the boar, right? Pumbaa, right? Bob,
the Mantis,
and the Mantis from DreamWorks, and Bob's also a different animation studio. But I guess we'll talk about Ugly Sonic because that's like the best part of this fucking movie.
Well, what's great about first of all, that call out with Seth Rogen was hilarious. Like, I thought that was really good. He's like, you look stupid, and
your lifeless eyes.
That character was so good. Where he's like, hey, how are the pipes down here? He's like, what? They're like,
are they clean?
Are they clean? And he's like, looking, just how they made it, and it's Seth Rogen's face, so it makes it even funnier. The whole time, I don't know how I felt about the villain. Like, I don't like that it was Peter Pan. I feel like they could have went somewhere different with it. Will Arnett did voice him, and I like Will Arnett a lot.
Yeah, he was okay. It was sort of like a normal I thought
it was gonna be a big payoff because finally when they're like, I'm like, me and Chris were like, who can it be?
I liked a lot of the cross-integration animation in this.
And we got J.K. Simmons as the...
He is... Every time he's a voice acting performance, he fucking knocks it out of the water.
What's his favorite... Or his famous line? I can't think of it. You know it. From Invincible.
What? Think, Mark. Think.
Yeah.
I was thinking of a Spider-Man quote.
There's
animated. I'm thinking.
You serious? You serious?
But
he laughs.
You
serious?
I love the black girl was dope too. I don't know who she is,
Dude. They Terminator 2'd him, bro.
Dude, don't even get to that yet.
I kept saying, "Wow, she's doing pretty good for doing this whole movie by herself."
That's what I felt like too. I was like, I like this chick. I don't know who she is, but she's like
literally.
She's like
at the ground.
There was no.
Nothing.
When I called him Peppa Pig and me and Logan look at each other, I'm like, dude, I let Peppa Pig get bootlegged. But the whole idea about bootlegging connected so good with John Tron and all the cartoons he watches.
The joke that killed me was the officer, the Paw Patrol. He bit officer whatever. He can't have kids anymore. And it's like, damn, they're like hardcore raiding the Toons fought back. There's Dr. McStuffin at one point.
You see her, yeah, she looks up. There's like really quick, fast cameos. That are
There's
really
the
good.
Jumpin' Snake that has the dope remix of the Chippendale song.
I'm Dale, and I don't like whales.
I would never eat a whale.
And it's like, it's kind of hard to rap Dale after you say whale.
There are definitely some moments where you're like when they show Alvin the Chipmunks on TV, it's clearly just a shot from their movie with a new audio. So there's like some things, and like the dog, it would have been cool if the dog wasn't CGI. Because that dog, the Millie, or whatever, the dog that Dale has, that's a CGI dog. It's not a real dog.
Oh.
I didn't pay attention.
So, like, it's sort of weird that you're like, I'm not sure whether that dog is... is it supposed to look like a real dog? Or is it supposed to be like a CGI dog in this weird CGI world? You know?
I was going to say, one cool thing I read up was 00 thing, Dale. That was a real thing that was supposed to happen. They're going to launch 00 Duck, but 00 is trademarked, so they couldn't do it. So they changed it to Darkwing Duck. So
isn't he more of a Batman though?
Yeah, but that's why they scrapped the whole thing. It was going to be about this secret agent Duck, but they couldn't get the rights to 00, so they ended up doing Darkwing. So I was like, oh my god, if they look this much into it with the 00 Dale, they could bring Darkwing Duck in and be
just give Darkwing Duck his own movie. You don't have to put him in this weird universe.
I want him to show up into this Roger Rabbit like universe.
I don't need a more connected universe.
And I want to be like him punching someone, and then they're like, what's your name? And he's like, Dangerous. Instead of Vengeance. Ryan likes it. No. Okay.
I was just laughing.
And it's kind of like Stan's dad. What's his name? Randy's in the spa looking all like chilling.
There's no line though.
Huh?
They just have him.
I know.
It'd be cool if there was like a line from Matt. Does that matter, Trey? I can't remember who plays Randy. They voice like every character.
I
in the
know.
show. So
Not Chef.
Scrooge is.
Well, Chef's gone.
Chef's dead.
Scrooge is in his.
After he joined
coins.
Scientology, so whatever.
The actor died.
Yeah, I don't care.
I like the idea though that they kind of become the Rescue Rangers. Like
They're gonna open a.
No, she is. That was kind of dumb though. Where she's like,
I literally said that out loud. I was like, really? You're gonna take.
Well, what I told Crystal, I hate movies that they're like, "Hey, you're not too bad. You should think about joining the academy or think about joining the FBI."
I got some stuff to work out back at home. But that happens in the Sonic movie because he stays in Green Hills at the end. So I need to see the second Sonic.
I just don't like any movies that are just like, "You should join the FBI," and I'll be like, "Do I show up to the FBI?" I'd be like, "Hey, this guy told me I should be part of the FBI. Can I join?" Not good. Fake cola.
No, same Cole's rancid.
Okay, cool.
What was your favorite cameo?
Ugly Sonic. Because he's Steven Seagal. He literally has his own like.
You like Tigra.
It's just weird.
It was weird.
It was weird they picked her, but they picked her from that weird Avengers show where Ant-Man was the leader, right? And they're all in armor.
It was Ant-Man, Scarlet Witch.
Is Avengers
You mean
United?
Ant-Man?
Something like that.
Oh my god, Ant-Man was good too.
Dude, every time I see Paul Rudd, I'm just like, oh my god, it's Paul Rudd.
It's really funny. He's like, it was actually called Ant-Man. Like how he tells the story. He's just
And I'd come off really charming to
he's just like, oh, this guy is good stuff. Like how he talks is just stupid. Then I like the polar bear is the big black dude.
But isn't that the
What?
Coca-Cola
Is it
polar
the
bear?
Coca-Cola?
I think it's like from like
they say it's supposed to be the I don't think they have the rights to it, but it's supposed to be like we know who it is.
I know who you are.
I don't know why seeing Paula Abdul made me laugh.
It's just funny because she's there and Crystal's like, hey, isn't that I'm all scratch cat? Yes, it is. And Pablo Abdul 2 steps forward. And what were they singing? What's the song that's playing?
I don't know.
Because Chip walks out still singing. I'm like, damn, that song is so dope. I wanted to say Poison, but it's not. God, it's going to kill me that I'm going to know this after I listen to this. But yeah, I think the story actually it was made by one of the Lonely Island.
No wonder Andy Samberg's in that.
Yeah, that's what made sense to me, and that's why there's a lot of SNL alumni that are like his agent.
I'm surprised we never got a I'm Gumby, damn it. Okay.
I thought Gumby was going to come because of the detective, because I'm like, who's the detective based off of?
Gumby.
Like, just Gumby, I guess?
Yeah, I like how he gets the gum on his back, and he's like, it's just a part
everywhere
of
he goes, just things get stuck.
What are you doing, detective?
His death was amazing, and I told Crystal,
he didn't die.
Oh yeah. As soon as they grabbed him, grabbed the fire extinguisher, I'm like, they're doing because like when he slid underneath the door, it's like doom. The noise came in kind of like it. Mm-hmm. Then he's like, you can't get rid of.
What do you think it was like to shoot that fight scene? Is it
I
just
don't.
the scene?
I thought of that.
I want to see it, and I imagine it looks exactly like the scene from fucking Fight Club where he's beating the shit out of himself.
The second time I watched it, I really was thinking about that because she's like bumping into shit and flying around and stuff, and I'm just like, God, that's...
I like how he does sound effects every time he does a move. When he turns his speakers, boing, and he's just like...
but it's J.K. Simmons going boing. It's just horrible. But
he had a kill. I can't remember. I'll see if I can find that line.
I knew it. I was like, he's going to use the fire extinguisher. It's going to be all T2. And I thought that's where it ended. But no, it does the whole foot thing, too, where he's like, he breaks his foot off. And that's exactly, I'm pretty sure exactly happens in T2. Mm-hmm. The leg breaks off. So there's a lot of little things like that was cool. And then the whole idea that he can make money bootlegging off people, we've all seen those movies where they're total rip-offs of other, So I thought that was hilarious.
There's a bootleg Phineas and Ferb.
I saw that.
That was weird. I was like, oh, what?
Well, Flounder, it's funny that Flounder got into some bad shit. Flounder. They grabbed him. They're like, "Shut up!" And I was like, "Holy shit!"
I got a dingle hopper.
I got a dingle hopper. And I'm just like, "What the fuck?"
What does he say? He quotes a line from the song, right?
He says, "I have something. How about you?" Or he was like singing
under the lyrics. He was.
He said some lyric from that song. I can't remember. Fuck, it's
but it didn't matter because then they stretched him out. And they put him in fucking whatever it was.
Can we talk about
Mermaid Woman or something?
Yeah, it was stupid. I don't know. I just thought it was fucking hilarious.
He gets turned into a weird Wreck-It Ralph, Woody.
Dude, the ending, I was like,
Optimus
he's gonna turn into a monster.
What's the arm?
I don't know. I need to look it up. Me and Logan were talking about. We're gonna look it up because I'm a Wreck-It. You heard him say that he has the Wreck-It arm.
He's got the cat face from
the cat face. He has a cat.
Isn't that Aristocrat Cat?
No, I think it's paying homage to Fat Cat, their villain in Chip and Dale. Like it made him a cat, but his voice starts turning. Jim Cummings does the voice of Fat Cat, Pete, and Darkwing Duck. Like he does everybody. So then his voice suddenly changes more to Jim Cummings. I think he voiced him at that point because Paul or Will Arnett was doing his voice the whole time. He creeped me out. The whole little like, I don't know, that shadow and like, I don't know. Peter Pan just looked really weird. Peter Pan.
Club.
He was fucking old and washed up.
He's just like, you get older, and it's just like, I don't know. I just felt like
why was he an adult and
the Lost Boys
was a kid?
We all get old fast, kid.
He's got that what is that disease where you look young for like your whole life?
I don't know, but I've heard about it.
Isn't now what's his name, like Ricky something or whatever?
The little kid?
Yeah, Munoz or something.
Yeah,
like that.
I've watched videos. I didn't understand him at first. I thought it was just a real kid.
He's like a 40-year-old guy.
No, the one I'm thinking of, he's like 19.
Talking about the little Russian kid?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Hezbollah?
Yeah, he's 19.
Yeah, Hezbollah's a
he's like, I kill whoever I need to kill. And I'm like, what?
Dude, Khabib trained with him.
I guess.
Khabib and Nurmagomedov.
So I really liked the movie. I couldn't get used to the animation style.
Well, what killed me...
It's like an attempt to be very Spider-Man... Into the Spider-Verse, where it's a little bit off frame, if you notice, and it's like ray traced is what it looks like. It looks like
retraced or
ray traced.
Like it's trying to be hand drawn.
That's what I mean.
Well, I think
that's what the Spider-Man is, right? Spider-Man.
But they did it right.
Well, yeah, but they like the whole movie was supposed to be animated that way.
They just look unfinished.
But I think the thing that I was telling my son was that the fact Dale is CGI the whole time, you forget it a lot of times. And there's times you're just like, wait a minute, it's fucking weird that one's totally cartoon and one's CGI. You think eventually you just be pulled out of it and be bugged by it the whole time.
Fast and Furious Babies?
Was that what it was?
There was a poster that was.
I saw the thing. I thought it said something Rangers. In
No,
it.
there's a rescue at the end. There's a poster for them doing a Rescue Rangers Fast and Furious. But when he's walking through the street, in the Chun-Li and the Mrs.
Oh yeah,
there's a sign that says Fast and Furious Babies.
That's dope. Who's in it?
Babies.
It's not Muppet Babies or anything.
There's not like specific babies.
Just babies.
Just babies.
Just babies.
I mean, Vin Diesel looks like a big baby. You could just throw a diaper.
Yeah, we think I have some kind of big baby.
I wish I had a rattle. You should just cut that shot in.
But I think overall it was just like I was worried that they're going to take a risk on some old type of show. It's going to bomb and no one's going to like it. But luckily Sonic kind of saved us, and my dad's telling me something.
I told you I got a show.
My dad's telling me about how he likes Sonic. He goes, I didn't think I would, and he's like, I'll probably check out Rescue Rangers because of Sonic. And it's funny. Speaking of Sonic,
do you think that Sony paid for Sonic being in the movie, or that Disney went to Sony and said, "Hey, can we use it?" No, who owns the right? Who owns the right to produce the movie? Because Sega doesn't reserve the right to give that. I don't think they reserved the right to give the movie rights away. I think is it Paramount? I think that produces those movies. So you have to make the deal with Paramount. Sega,
doesn't Disney own Paramount?
I don't know.
I don't know how it all works.
But
to be honest with you, no. Because
regardless, do you think
iCarly's on Paramount, and I think they do a lot of Nickelodeon things on there.
Regardless, who do you think went to who?
I think they.
Do you think the director was like, "I gotta have this. This joke's got to be in the fucking movie"?
Yeah, because he wrote it. And Lonely Island people are pretty good. They wrote for SNL.
And I think the people that did Sonic are pretty tongue in cheek about it now. Mm-hmm. I feel like.
And plus, it was too fucking good.
Like his tasseled jacket.
He's just, and he's so pumped for being this dumb character, and
he's also a prick.
And it is funny every time Dale's looking at him, and it's just that moment where he's just
no, it's Dale at first. Then
then it goes to Chip again, the same eye twitch, and just
at the end he's like, oh shit, I think I bit my tongue. Fuck these human teeth. He didn't say fuck, but he should have.
That ending is great though, because it came out of nowhere. It's holy shit, and Logan, my son, just loved it. He lost his mind. Oh my god! Because at the moment of they're doomed, who comes saves them? I told you guys I was working with the FBI. I think I bit my lip, or he said something like bit my tongue. And I was like, oh.
Now are we gonna see an ugly She-Hulk?
What?
Are they gonna redo She-Hulk?
No, it was just a joke.
Well, she does.
People are complaining about She-Hulk.
She looks bad.
Yeah, but some CGI expert did a video, and I forgot why they explained why it's so hard. I don't know. I'll have to watch it. But yeah. Overall, I don't know what you guys give it for as rating as just a movie.
5? 6.5.
7.5.
I think I'm at 6.5. It's good. I'd watch it. I watched it twice, 2 days back to back. I still laughed. It had good humor. The actress is really, really good. I thought she did a really good job, and the cameos, of course, will keep me looking forward.
Duck.
Oh, dude! At the very end, he's like Darkwing Duck. I'm like, oh, bring him on. But yeah. But I was gonna tell you, did you guys watch the new trailer during the game last night?
For what?
The Thor trailer?
No.
Oh my god, dude! He's so sexy.
Who?
Thor.
Oh,
because they
you have to be very specific when you're talking about Marvel movies.
Zeus is what do you say?
Let me just watch I'll just watch this.
Let's see what you have under there.
And he's he goes like this, and it knocks off Thor's shit, but all his clothes. You flick too hard. He's tied up, and he's blurred out naked. But on his back, did you see?
Rest in peace, Loki.
Rest in peace, Loki is tattooed on his back. It's really weird.
He's gone through. He went through his 80s phase. He has his jacket on.
It should be a picture of Loki as the Mother Mary on
Yeah.
I was watching another new Rockstar video. And they're kind of pointing out how it looks like one of Peter Quill's jackets that he cut the
it's called Ravager Thor in the toy.
So I'm hoping there's some type of joke of his arms are too big to fit.
Couldn't fit into it. But yeah, this trailer looks really interesting. They show the Mjolnir's coming to him, and then it goes right back to her, and then he's because he's happy, he sees it, he's Mjolnir.
I knew it.
And then she gets it, and he's then there's more talk with Valkyrie and him about her. And he's she Jane's what's it been 3 years? He's 8 years, 7 months, and so many days.
So did she get blipped?
Don't know.
Because if she thinks it was,
did you guys hear that? Secret Agent's all going to be dealing during the blip. Yes.
Yeah, I told you that last week.
Oh, well, that sounds really fun. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
You should be.
Another. Should we talk about rumors?
Yeah, I want to talk about the Black Panther one. Is that what you're talking about?
No, let's talk about Secret Invasion.
Yeah, because I don't think it's half the stuff we've been talking about doesn't add up. What is it?
There's just rumors of Daisy being in it still.
Yeah, I think Daisy will come.
Is it Captain Carter supposed to get his show now? Sorry, I know that's a
there was things coming up about maybe, and people had backlash online.
Also, I want to say one thing. This is actually important, like literally. It's popped in my head the other day, and I know we don't reach a lot of people, but the other day was like International Bee Day, and it clicked in my head that people should donate to save the bees. So
bee as in
like at the end, yeah.
I'm like, what the?
I'm surprised you didn't throw that in last week after America got stung by one and activated her powers.
Oh yeah. But yes, donate. If anybody hears this and anybody ever gets the compulsion to donate, I'm thinking about doing it right now. So if I find the donation page, I'll send it to Ernie.
Aren't bees saved as of right now, or are they still endangered?
Their bees are in like. The problem is bees are so important to our...
We would die. I watched the bee movie.
Ending.
But like, the bees are a real issue. Like, they're dying en masse, and people...
Then why do they sting us?
Because we're scared.
And my dog stepped on a bee.
Because we entered their... Wait, what?
You've never seen that? Amber Heard, when she's talking about...
Oh, yeah. Okay,
she's like, my dog stepped on a bee. She does the face, and so everyone's now been clinging it to like... And then I had to pee... Everyone does like a whole train of connecting on TikTok of rhyming with it and doing the face with it.
Okay, if that court case ends,
we're doing
and we have nothing to talk about on it.
No, we're going to talk about it because we're going to bring.
But I want to do research.
Other things.
I'm going to do research.
We're going to bring up.
I'm surprised there hasn't been an SNL skit.
There has.
There has.
I haven't watched it yet, but I saw
Elon Musk comes back dressed as Wario
on you.
Well, he's part of the case too.
I know.
Oh, they dropped that.
He's
his girl Chavez, where the hell her name is. I can't remember his name.
They can't extradite him though. He's like overseas or doing something.
I'm in space. I can't come.
That's Jeff Bezos.
No.
Oh, I just watched.
Musk wants to go to space.
You ever heard of Inside Job? It's on Netflix. It's like an animated show about the deep state. I saw.
Isn't that new?
Yeah, I saw clips of online. I'm like, this seems kind of cheesy and lame, and then I actually watched through it. It's actually really good. It's like really interesting. Like if you like Rick and Morty, it's very Rick and Morty-esque, but it's not like way too far where it's like you're trying too hard to be Rick and Morty. It's very much like it's a lot of in jokes, a lot of cultural commentary, and a lot of emotional moments and stuff like that. And it deals with trauma and stuff like that. It's really good. I was very surprised when I watched through it.
It's always really hard to get into new comedy cartoons because there's so many of them.
Yeah, good. Yeah, and it's like Netflix pumped out shit like Big Mouth and stuff like that.
Big Mouth was one that I wanted to watch and I just fell off.
I got into Disenchantment for a little bit.
That's Matt Groening though, so like I can give that a little bit more of a slide.
I did start Stranger Things today.
I'm like shocked because it's so up your alley and you've waited.
Well, Crystal
even hasn't watched Umbrella Academy either.
Crystal even I watched the first season. Crystal even mentioned that she's like. When we watched this, Logan was little. I'm like, there's no way. I go, there's 3 seasons. They do one every year. And I'm like, wait, they didn't do one every year.
I don't think.
And she said I was in a really bad place when we tried to watch it. Like that was when remember I was like not on pills and not leaving the house or my room basically. It was really bad. But that was when we tried to, and I couldn't handle it, and I thought it was like super scary. Like I was like, my brain can't handle how tense this is. And now I'm watching. I'm like, God, But again, you're in a different fragile state at that time, or how I was. But I looked at 2016. That's hella crazy.
Yep.
And you see 11.
Trump was elected.
You see 11. Then and now it's just crazy how much she's like a little boy. She looks like in that one with her hair shaved. Logan the whole time's like, so this boy's got powers, and I'm like, it's a girl. Then he's like, told you the first kid, he's dead, and I'm like, I don't want to ruin it for you, Logan, but I do know some things about this show. He'll be fine. Just watch. Then they like show like with the thing on the phone, like he's talking, episode 2. He's like, told you, he's dead. And I'm just like, do you want this kid to be dead?
I think so.
Why do you think Logan sound like an old man?
My son's. You ever see him walk around in his boxers? He's got his back arch and he's just like, where's my popcorn hat? Where my bag of Cheetos? That's
He's not going to grow so tall if he hunches over like that.
I know. I tell him all the time. And that's what Donnie's like. He looks like a boxer because his underwear's always up to his belly button.
Like an old timey, like.
No, that's how like boxers still do.
Not as much anymore.
He's a Mexicano, so he can be like. Hey.
No, they're not wearing like those. They're like kilts almost. They're like they have like Spanx under them, and they have the loose things on the side.
What I was going to talk about. We'll probably wrap up after this because this has been an exhausting day of us doing all this stuff and me pulling what I feel like is a hernia. It hurts so bad. Oh, the pain to laugh is such a irony. But anyways, did you hear about Namor's? What's going on with Namor?
No.
So
it sounds like you're going to have an intervention with me.
Yes.
Have you heard what's going on about Namor?
Ryan shared to me the rap party happened, right, for Black Panther.
He's going to have a rap show?
Yep. He's like, what's up? I used to be immune, but I think I still am. And it's really confused because it is confusing. They Namor's origin and stuff is just fucking everywhere. But Ryan sent me.
He's a sub beta male cuck.
Sure.
I mean, literally, right? He's a submariner. He's always trying to fuck someone else's wife.
He's like,
he has Sue and Emma like wrapped around his finger.
They just think he's sexy as fuck.
But he's a weird elf underwater man.
His eyebrows that are like super arched,
perfect hairline,
and his ears and his little feathers on his feet.
He is a badass.
I could beat him up.
You think he's badass as in cool? Like he could whip people's ass.
Aquaman
like Aquaman can't see him.
Like I love T'Challa.
Aquaman can kick his ass. I don't care what everybody says.
But like Namor's just like
what's his strength level though?
That's a good question.
I always because they make him.
He's probably stronger than Steve Rogers, right?
I would think so.
But is he as strong as Thor or the Hulk?
No, I don't think so. But I believe they all fought. The Defenders
he
was
had Phoenix powers, and he got taken out. So
by another Phoenix, though.
True.
I put that clip in one of my videos, and I was thinking about that. It was so bad. Who's he mad at? T'Challa, right?
Oh yeah, he destroys Wakanda.
He's like, Wakanda forever, motherfucker, and he just burns it all up. It's fucking horrible.
Wakanda destroyed Atlantis.
And then what happened to Black Panther? I'm divorcing Storm.
he says the priestess of Wakanda annul our wedding or something like that.
She's like, how? I am the priest, motherfucker. That's what Black Widow did. I mean, Black Panther did. I thought that was like...
That's hilarious.
That was pretty messed
That
up.
was thug life, though. It's just like the priest
leaving
did
you,
it.
bitch. Bye.
But they're chill with each other again now.
They're not hooking up though.
But Storm kind of fucked that up because
How?
in X of Swords, the sword that she needed for the event was in Wakanda. T'Challa was in space at the time, and Shuri and T'Challa's mom's like, "Nah, you can't have the sword. You gotta ask T'Challa."
What?
Storm snuck in and stole it.
What a bitch.
They're showing Namor and Hulk kind of can go at it. So, I don't know. It's hard to measure, but it says he can lift far in excess of 100 tons easily.
Sure.
But
He
that
has wings on his feet.
But what does that
Make
do
him fly.
for me? He can crow. Namor has beaten the Hulk. Even when they're not seriously fighting, Namor has beat Hulk in a test of power. The two agreed to play a game of underwater chicken in Incredible Hulk 118. After they smashed into each other, Namor was fine, but Hulk was knocked out cold, reverting to Bruce Banner.
And then he just died of like underwater pressure.
But that's not really fair. You're on his turf, so it's like Hulk's just like,
I think the fact
Namor's like, and they hit, and then he's like, bam, back to Bruce Banner, and it's just like, all right.
And he gets crushed by the undersea pressure.
I think the
And
fact
he
that
dies.
Doom like is friends with Namor,
They got that asshole relationship though.
but I think that shows that Doom respects him.
He double crossed him easy.
Does Doom really respect anybody?
I mean, Doom toot his horn. I mean,
yes.
I mean,
I love that image.
If
Doom
best-
does as he
Doom
pleases.
shows up in the movie,
and that was a villain team up. So it's funny
Quick.
that Namor was still a villain.
Oh, I know. I
there.
have that image.
Where
if that does
Doom will be in the credits guaranteed if he's not in it.
if he doesn't toot a horn in the credit scene, I'll be very upset.
I bet you money
He just breaks in. What are you doing?
if they ever got his
Doom's here.
Doom does as he pleases.
yeah, if they ever do a scene, they'll try to make it somewhat realistic, or he'll grab it and then like Doom will snatch it back or something, or I'm sorry, Namor will snatch it back from Doom, like, don't touch that or whatever. Yeah, full. I said, if you read the
Doctor Doom does as he pleases.
The one with him in
I appreciate you putting my face on the Moon Knight thing that says, Dracula, you big fucking nerd, where's my goddamn money?
Yeah, at least you looked at the clickbait. The one with him and Luke Cage, he's like, what does Luke Cage say? Like, where's my money, sugar, or something stupid?
Where's
like,
my money, honey?
Yeah, there you go. Where's my money, honey? Hella blaxploitation. And then
Sweet
like,
Christmas.
I knew when there was a black man in here crazy. I'm like, oh my god,
it was gonna be you, Luke Cage.
And I'm like, Jesus
Who
Christ,
said that?
Doctor Doom.
Doctor Doom, Luke Cage.
Hey,
comic.
he's Eastern European. He lives in a very homogenized society. He doesn't get to see a lot of people of a darker complexion. Okay?
So, anyways,
That's just the truth.
what we were gonna say is
Doctor Doom's a racist.
on the rap party. Everyone got Wakanda hats, but it has a jaguar god on it.
A jaguar?
I said it on the
Why would it be
video.
a jaguar?
Aztec.
Is there an Aztec Black Panther?
They're trying to tie. I don't know. I'm okay with this because I like the idea with all these gods happening. They're trying to tie what they're saying Namor to either Aztecs and or Mayans. So with a civilization being destroyed,
The rumored actor is
Hispanic?
he's Mexican.
Mexicano?
He's very dark complexion.
and then the image leaked, but it's blurred.
Namorita's actress is also Mexican.
But is she blue?
No.
She better be fucking blue.
I mean, if they're making them Aztec Mayan, they'll probably just
yeah, but she's blue in the
dive
comics,
into
right?
that. It never made sense to me.
She's a weird fish person.
I know.
I think
but
maybe
she
why-
adapted.
Why is
They adapted
Namor
because he's a half,
skin
right?
colored? And
Isn't he half? Isn't he a half mutant, half Atlantean?
Again, his origin gets so fucked up. I don't know.
He's the sub beta male cuck.
I'm
might
thinking
be-
either maybe Atlantis was there, and then they try to start taking over
Or-
the land and became known as Aztecs.
Or
And-
maybe Aztecs were always Atlanteans all along.
And then when their civilization got destroyed, and it's easy to make a story of that
But,
because
like-
they don't
Mayans.
exist. But
Did you say the Aztecs don't exist?
well,
I mean,
as far as
the Atlanteans don't exist?
like,
Prove it.
What was the Hispanic?
The Aztecs, the
Like-
Mayans, the Toltecs, the Incas.
What were the culture
Toltecs.
that disappeared?
Toltecs.
Mayans
The
and
Toltecs are the ones with the big face.
Mayans and Aztecs. That's the wrap-up party picture, and it's a jaguar wearing the.
That reminds me, I have to see Road to El Dorado.
It could have tie-ins to it.
Well, there's a big jaguar.
But with that, you get a panther versus a jaguar.
a jaguar.
Cat versus cat.
See,
Snarf,
I always.
snarf.
So we're
mean,
gonna have like cat wars. Is there gonna be like an Asian community with a tiger? Like,
And you got Shang-Chi.
I know, but does he have tiger powers?
He has dragon powers.
Yeah, but usually
So it's Iron Fist.
I guess that works because usually
Who
those-
else, who else had a dragon? We were just talking about that.
the-
And you're like, what if they did a bunch of dragon stuff? Shang-Chi had a dragon. Iron Fist has a dragon, and
Fing
there's
Fang Foom.
there's Fing Fang Foom. There's Lockheed.
Now, Fing Fang Foom
there was a movie.
actually
It talked about a dragon or something like that, and you're the one.
There were
that
the dragon bones under
Thor.
No, under New York.
You're talking about Iron Fist.
Yeah, but the
So we already covered dragons.
I'm just saying there's like 15 hidden cities, right? Like there's Kunlun. There's whatever Shang-Chi's hidden city is, right? There's the temple.
Oh,
There's the what's it called?
The place Wanda destroyed?
Yeah, the place doesn't exist anymore. Krav Maga.
Krav Maga. Yep. Krav Maga.
But then there's Wakanda, which is another hidden city, right? There's Atlantis, which could be another hidden city. Latveria, which could be another hidden city. Like there's all these cities of significance that just haven't even made appearances. But I wonder if they're all.
hidden.
I wonder if
Inhumans.
yeah, they're on the moon. The moon.
I don't know what
They're
they're.
on
I
the-
feel like they're planting a lot of seeds to go somewhere.
We are going to steal
Kang
the moon.
Kang shit going on. I think we got this God
Dude,
shit
Kang
going on.
shit.
Yeah,
I'm on
God
that Kang shit, bro.
God shit
That's a
going
Kang to
on.
a God.
And then we got like all these other things going on. I think I don't know where they're going.
Jumping
though.
back to the Thor trailer, there's that room with all the statues.
Oh, dude, there's a part where I think it's Thor. Is it her?
I
It's
think
Thor.
there's a scene with
The
both of
character
them in the
her?
room.
No.
But the
You mean Natalie
statues in
Portman?
the room.
Yeah, it's interesting. The statues are whoever does a pose, and you see heads of statues. It's a living tribunal. Help me out, Ryan.
Eternity,
and
there's
Lord
Infinity.
Order, Master
Infinity.
Chaos.
I can't tell. There's an ugly guy's face. Uatu's one of them. But Infinity,
Galactus?
Infinity in the back. It's just their heads though, like a shrine room to them.
Death.
He's Galactus.
Oh, Death.
Galactus is
Mistress
not an
Death.
eternal, right?
Huh?
Galactus not eternal. He's not a celestial, right? He's like a entity of the universe.
But death is there.
Mistress of Death is one of the other. The front statues.
Deadpool could show up, or Thanos could come back.
Thanos may come back.
I'm back, bitches.
I think if Thanos comes back, he'll be more of a team up.
He just shows up. He shows up.
He'll be because he's going to be just a strong guy, powerless.
Tony.
Without the
He just shows up to Tony. Well, I guess Tony's dead. He shows up to Old Man Cap on the moon. Cap's just like, you couldn't deal with your own failure. So where did that bring you?
It'd be best if Samuel Jackson said it while he's in his little space station.
I still would like to see a wall storyline.
Oh, what?
Like an original Sin storyline where he ends up being the man on the wall and like.
I don't want a giant eyeball story.
You don't want him holding
It
testicles?
is kind of weird that's what happened, but it's funny in that Moon Knight comic where he's taking all the powers for Khonshu. Unseen runs into him and he's like, basically like, I'm not a Uatu bitch. Like, look, I'm different. Because I think it's Nick Fury.
I'm different. Yeah, I'm different.
The white Nick Fury's the Unseen at the time.
He's got the hood and the chain.
And you just see like a sparkling like white eye and shit. It's pretty dope.
It's pretty sick.
It's pretty fucking cool, guys.
How wet was your pussy? Soaked?
It was moist.
It was moist, not soaked?
Well, it was moist.
Well, tying that back into
What, pussies?
Wakanda Forever.
Oh, yeah.
Cats.
Yeah.
Just all these gods, and then we have all these like cosmic entities. Like, what are we heading to?
That's what I said. Like,
War.
we're getting all these things, and then we had
And we have secret wars in the background.
incursions
And armor
happening.
wars.
Armor Wars is going to happen. People are pissed off. They can't do it without Iron Man. I'm like, it's pretty perfect without Iron Man because he died.
Vision gonna
And
be
people
the
are
main
going to start
character?
stealing. People are saying, why didn't she ever wish for Vision to come back?
She don't care about him.
Don't watch the screen rap.
Once the-
She's a single mom.
Don't watch the pitch meeting because it's hecka funny. It's just like, why did he create? She created these kids, right? Why doesn't she do it again? I don't know, sir. Just get off my back or whatever he does. But it's true. A lot
What
of
if
things
she
feel
makes different kids?
Yeah, how does
It's
she
chaos.
go from like?
It's chaos.
How does she go from like? Oh shit! I
can't-
fucked up, but I enslaved a bunch of these people, and I didn't make real kids. To let me do an infinitely more unethical solution than just making the kids again, right? Like she could have just really like at the low risk cost to anybody lived out in that orchard with 2 non-real kids.
Maybe it's
right?
like Nico. She can only use that magic once.
She can only use
no, that's
20%
bullshit.
of
She's
her
the
power.
Scarlet Witch. She's in a fucking book that says
I only use 20% of my
Powerful.
power.
It says she could dream walk,
she's supposed to be a Nexus
Ooh,
being.
dream
but there's
weaver.
more than one of her.
That's what I don't get because they
Maybe
already
the other ones aren't the Scarlet Witch. Maybe she's more powerful than all the other ones. That's why she's able to take over their minds.
I don't know. The other one walked up to her and like caressed her face, and she defeated her like that. And then Arwanda just walked back into her.
And somebody came out of nowhere and just put a bullet in the back of her head.
put her down like old
Blood
Yeller.
all over those kids. Wong just
They're like-
Wong just has a magic gun. Just,
And no Ralph Boner. No more
boners?
X-Men.
See, how do we know Ralph Boner?
Who the fuck is Ralph Boner?
Quicksilver through the whole thing.
Oh.
We found out it was just Ralph Boner.
How do we know he wasn't Pietro still?
I thought it
She could have
was.
pulled him from another reality.
That was one of the things that ruined it for me was the fact that he
saw
was not Quicksilver. I was hella mad. You brought him in, dressed him up as Quicksilver, made his hair just like Quicksilver, and then it's like, nope, it's Ralph Boner. Like you had to even throw his name as fucking Boner.
Nope, it's just Chuck Testa.
But that shit fucking pissed me off. But
That shit fucking
speaking
pissed
of
me off.
Quicksilver, I told you I finally watched some of Apocalypse. I turned it off though. Poor Oscar Isaac. That's all I have to say about that.
Gene, use your power.
I didn't get to that part.
All his hair's falling off.
I didn't get to that part. Like Wolverine's really good in that. I just don't get what they made her.
Barely in it.
But it's a good. Like he fights good.
Sure, but
And
that's
I
like
was
the only
talking-
thing those universes have going for them.
I think I was talking to your buddies about it at magic, and then they're like, "There's no blood in that, though." If you paid attention, or maybe it was Eddie.
I said that.
Was it you?
Yeah, there's no blood in the whole scene.
I was like, "That's stupid," because in the fight, it's a really cool fight. I was like, "Wow, this is really good." Everything else sucked, but this is really good. And yeah, I don't. So real quick before I wrap it up, how does the X-Men timeline flow for its movies? If you watch them,
I told you that already.
Okay, well,
it goes X-Men. It goes days. No, it goes First Class, and then it goes the first 3 movies, and then stop.
How were they released?
They were released 1, 2, 3 Origins,
then Origins, then the Wolverine.
You said 1, 2, 3. It's 1, X2, then Last Stand.
Okay.
Then Wolverine Origins.
Okay. Then the Wolverine in between that time, or did they get a movie before that? Then
I believe it was the Wolverine.
No, I thought it was Days of Future Past.
First Class. Then the Wolverine.
Yeah, because First Class saved everything after fucking Origins came out. Because everybody's like, Origins is so fucking bad. Yeah. And then First Class. But the actual timeline of that universe is...
Then... Hold on, though. This is what I'm trying to figure out. Then the Wolverine. Then what came out? I'm trying to figure out when Days of Future Past came out. Because it dealt with everybody.
Yeah. Yes.
But First Class came...
After the Wolverine.
And then
First Class came out, and they used the same actors. So is that essentially...
They reset the universe.
First Class 2, basically? Days of Future Past?
No. You're thinking of it wrong.
Because it's part of the same director and all that, right?
But that's not how the universes work. So what literally happens is it's First Class, Origins Wolverine, then it's 1, X2, Last Stand, right? And then it goes Days of Future Past, which resets the entire universe. But
how that ends...
Restarts at Apocalypse.
Days of Future Past ends with Wolverine waking up to an alive Scott Martin, Cyclops, Jean Grey...
The movies don't make any sense.
It's a different universe.
Yes. And then the rest of the movies aren't in that universe.
Draw me the time.
You don't have a pen.
No, but that's how we were doing our timelines when we were trying to figure out. But yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Because
actually, hand me that.
Gene
There's
and
a pen
Scott
behind it. Hand me the pen behind it.
Gene and Scott are both still alive.
I think this one's out, but you can try. If not, my bag had one. But
Gene and Scott are both alive in that ending, and Gene already killed Scott.
But at the end of Days of Future Past, we're way into the future, and everything's okay. When the other movies with Phoenix, Apocalypse, and the Dark Phoenix saga already happened to her at a young age. So does that connect at all?
No, it didn't. The Dark Phoenix saga does not happen at her at a young age.
You didn't learn from.
I don't think you watched any
in the animated
movies.
Series.
So Ernie,
what did I not learn?
That what you change in the past does not affect your future.
Are you talking about like what Hulk says?
Multiverse theory, baby.
When you go into the future,
it's multiverse.
Your present becomes your present, and then your past is what you came from.
No, like Bishop always went back, or Cable, or somebody, and they changed something, and they go back, and it's not what they expected.
I think it's works. So it starts out with First Class, which starts.
What the fuck is that you just wrote?
It's a 1 with an ST.
Huh?
It's a 1.
Oh, okay.
So First Class happens in like the 40s. Well, no, it happens in like the 50s, 60s? 60s. Regardless, it happens, and then in whatever, probably the 90s, we get
80s
Origins.
Is okay, yeah.
And then we get X1.
No, because
yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Because Apocalypse takes place in the 80s.
You've missed the entire point of the movies. So watch this. I'm going to explain it real quick.
You're rearranging.
Because then it goes to Days of Future Past, which resets the entire universe.
Did you find the order?
Because it cuts back right in front of you here, and then Apocalypse happens here.
So for when this is on audio, explain what.
So it starts with Days of Future Past.
not for the seeing, but yeah, that's fine.
It starts with Days of Future Past, right? That's the earliest thing that happens. Not Days of Future Past, sorry. First Class is the first thing in the timeline. In the timeline, not in the order of which the movies came out, in the timeline. Because this movie is canon in both realities. It goes to the next thing that happens in the timeline, original timeline is X-Men Origins Wolverine. After that is X1, then it's X2, then it's Last Stand, right? And then it's Days of Future Past because Xavier comes well, I guess there's the Wolverine and stuff is in here, right? Because at the end of the Wolverine or whatever, yeah, I'm gonna need a pen.
I feel like Nightcrawler throws this whole theory off.
I agree. Even though they really try to make it the real Nightcrawler because they give him the markings and all that too.
So okay, now I got a better. Now that I got a better thing. So,
but they don't know him
when they see him again.
Yeah.
So Ernie, after Last Stand, it's like it's Wolverine, the Wolverine, because at the end of the Wolverine, Xavier and Magneto show up, and they're like, "We need your help." And then after that is Days of Future Past.
But in First Class, they talk to him. He's like, "Fuck off."
Yes, because he doesn't recognize him. Because at that point, he hasn't lost he hasn't lost his memory because it's not.
Do you have the order?
No, I'm just looking at the movies.
But Ernie, he hasn't lost his memory. In First, he loses his memory in Origins, right? Right?
I'm listening.
I'm not asking you to listen. I'm asking you to confirm whether.
Right.
Right. So then, after the Wolverine, once Days of Future Past happens, right? Mm-hmm. They have to go back in time, and they go back in time in between these two movies, in between First Class and X-Men Origins.
So,
I mean, you could have just looked this up in the beginning. You didn't even need me to explain, especially if you're not going to pay the fuck attention.
No, I'm listening. But
you're not paying attention. Then you should have just looked up to begin with. I'm going to ask for anybody to explain it to you.
Because you might be right on the money.
I know I'm right on the money.
So First Class starts. Got it. Days of Future Past follows. Then
Days of Future Past literally cannot, because that's not how time travel works.
That's what it says. X-Men Days of Future Past.
Because Days of Future Past happens in the future.
2023.
Yes. So how can that take place right after First Class? If it also takes place in a dystopian
that
future.
matter most to the timeline take place in the 70s, while the events happening in 223 are all part of the future.
Because they have to go back
that
in time. That's what I'm saying. Is once Days of Future Past happens in like the far off year of 2024 or whatever, right? They have to go back.
Oh shit, that's in 2 years.
For First Class, then Days of Future Past, then X-Men Origins Wolverine, then Apocalypse.
Once again, that's a whole separate timeline. That's a whole separate timeline. Because the Dark Phoenix saga happens
2000.
Yes. So what you have to understand is,
and it all ends with New Mutants.
Well, I think that might be a different universe as well.
X2, X3, then the Wolverine, then Deadpool, then Deadpool 2, then the New Mutants.
Several movies
then Old
were
Man
starting
Logan.
To tease Essex.
The Healer?
No. Mr. Sinister.
Oh, Sinister? Yeah, New Mutants did hardcore, but he wasn't working there. Only one lady in the whole building.
Yeah, that's the ultimate guy.
I think they also teased him in some of the X-Men movies, too. Like in the background, like Essex.
Well, I think in X2, when they look up like the computer file that shows Gambit and stuff, it doesn't say Essex in that too?
Probably. But that was X2. That was a long time ago. That was just a Easter egg. I think they were trying to build up to.
Ain't it sad through all this we never got a Gambit?
Yep, we did.
Okay, Origins, right? Okay. We never got a Gambit? Ain't it sad?
We tried, or he tried.
But I feel like as an X-Men, what they need to do is they just need to give us the blue team X-Men.
I don't want the blue team.
That's what everyone wants, because that's what everyone's going to identify that didn't read comics. They'll know the cartoon.
I want Pride of the X-Men.
Well, Pride of the X-Men would be great. It's like half of the giant-sized X-Men.
I don't want Jean, and I don't...
You kind of... Well, that's the problem, is the power needs to be balanced, where they're not too powerful.
I don't want Beast.
I would love to see Beast, but Beast. Like, I really did not like him when I watched the Apocalypse one.
Bring him in later as Dark Beast.
It's the Apocalypse one where he's like, I could control it now and turn back and forth to Beast. I was like... I was on my bed by myself going like, what the fuck is this shit? And I still kept watching it, by the way. But anyways.
I want the young person to be Kitty.
Armor?
No.
Never liked Armor?
Armor's cool. Hisako's cool.
Kitty, you think Kitty, huh? I think Kitty got more respect because of Joss Whedon. Because Astonishing X-Men, they made her fucking amazing. And she didn't put up with Emma's shit. Not one fucking
We need
bit.
real Emma, not Jean. We need Cyclops. The real Cyclops.
Cyclops is probably, if I had to write, I'd focus a lot on Cyclops because they gave him disservice through every fucking movie.
Bring in Colossus.
And even in the Apocalypse story, like, they even made him kind of like not. Like, I don't get it. Like, I tell everybody, these comics are blueprints to write stories. Like, just fucking read through these comics. You'll get an idea on how to do it. But anyways, that'll be for another time. We already did our mutant lesson before, but we do keep talking about how the X-Men are going to make it into here. But I don't know. We had a lot of chances to use it, but it hasn't happened yet. Some people say Deadpool should just drag the file of Fox Marvel into the folder of MCU, and there's no arguments or anything, and that's how they got there. But that's it. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Declan. This was a long, weird, filling type of deal. It was a lot of work, and that's our ding to let us know it's time to go. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, any of the other good stuff, and catch us next week. We'll be back with some more fun things. Declan.
That's a podcast.